This is the bonus for Scorpio. I guess if you want to, you could apply this to the first message. We could say it's an extended, but I feel like there are differences in this one, because in this one, it's almost as if you have, or someone here has, Scorpio or cross-watcher, like just lost interest in something. Whatever this is, it's almost like nonchalant. I could care less, or I couldn't care less. I couldn't even care less. I care that less already. I couldn't care any less. I just I don't feel anything for it. I feel nothing for this, them, anyone. I don't know what it is, but it's like, that's the vibe in this bonus. But then, no sooner do you lose your taste, your intrigue, your interest. No sooner. And then it presents itself, or it becomes open or available, or it's right there, and there's this, like, okay, and what do you want me to do with that? This can be in any area of your life. It's like something that you may have really had a heart for before, or dreamed of, wanted, liked, was attracted to, maybe heavily tried to manifest for yourself or in your life. Whether it's a position, a title, a person, a family, a certain status, money, I don't know. It's like you've since changed, like you don't care anymore. You not only don't care, it's deeper than not caring. It's like, I almost, like, I feel nothing. It feels very heavy in here. The air feels very thick. It feels almost hard to breathe. It's damn near giving me a headache between my eyes. Like right now I'm getting it. It's coming through. So I know I'm picking it up for this message, where someone's like, almost, for some, not for all, but for some, someone here could be like almost disgusted with themselves that they even were interested in something before, someone, or spent so much time on something or someone, or were invested in an area of life or a person or whatever at all. It's like, that's not for everybody, of course, but for some, yeah, definitely. It's like, yeah, I do feel like this, it just gives me a headache. Like I want to completely unidentify and disengage with that. I don't identify with those feelings anymore, those thoughts that I once had, that title, that position, that the care and love and concern and focus that I had in an area or on a person. I don't even identify with that anymore. It's almost like foreign to me. Maybe someone here was like, just as an example, I was really into twin flames, I was really into soulmates, been there, really into spirituality, really into religion at one time, like really into whatever it is that I've been or ever felt kind of connected to, really into that person, dead set that that's the one, that this is the path, this is the way, this is the truth. And it's like you get to a place where you would give it all away because it ends up not even being part of your identity anymore. You know what I mean? Reminds me of somebody who would like sell a business. Like if someone here had an entire business that they had built up for themselves. Again, it doesn't have to be this, guys. It could be a relationship that, you know, puts so much energy and effort into, and so much of someone's time. It's not a waste. There was a lot learned in it, a lot of lessons, and a lot of self-growth from that. But then I see someone here who like sells everything, puts it on marketplace, or, you know what I mean? Because they're going in a completely different path. It's like not of interest anymore. Completely undesirable. And not only undesirable, but just, I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to give it any of my time because I'm numb to it. It doesn't have to be that someone ended up hating something or seeing that something was wrong or wasn't really for them, or a person wasn't really for them. Maybe it could just be I lost complete desire. That happens. You know how many times that's happened to me? A lot. And the majority of my life it's been very frustrating, because I'm like, God, you almost just don't even want to get to give anything too much time, because you don't know when it's going to shift or when something's going to change in you, or you're going to see something differently or feel different the next day, because you know what I mean? It's going to be like somebody who was like, I want to have a whole family, like a large family. I want to have 8 kids and this and that. And then later on someone's like, I'm good with the 2. I'm good with the 1, or I'm good with none. Or someone's like, all I want is love. I want my person. I want to grow old with somebody. I want the white picket fence. I want whatever, you know, I want to be a power couple. I want to be the divine feminine, the divine masculine, a twin flame, the soulmate, the one, you know, because they're the only one that, and then someone's like, fuck that shit. Or just, I don't care. I just don't even care. Like, I literally don't care. Cool if some people believe in that. Cool if some people are for that. If they found their person, or they think they have, or whatever. It's cool. I don't care either way. Good for you. I could give a fuck less. I couldn't even give a fuck less. I don't give a fuck at all. Or there's like this disdain for it, you know? Possibly for some, where one had given so much focus on it that they almost feel like an idiot. God. If this isn't resonating with you guys, whoever clicked on this video, like if you're like, nah, that's not me, this could be someone that's on your mind, or maybe someone connected to you somehow. They're going to go through this, or they just did, or they are right now, where it's like, yeah, I always really wanted to, like, I used to do hair. I have no interest in hair anymore. I mean, I do it for family and friends, but like, I don't really, I've even dabbled in the idea of like renewing my license, but then I'm like, for what? Like, the passion is not there anymore. That's it. Someone's passion for something, their drive for something, or maybe they just woke up and saw that it was wrong, or that they were wrong, and you know, I don't know. I was like, I just don't even, I used to be really into paranormal activities, like paranormal, like ghost hunting. If you've been with me a while, do you remember that? I mean, I'm not saying I wouldn't do it again. I haven't completely lost my passion for it, but I just don't see the point. Like, I just don't see the point, you know what I mean? I like to do things out of passion. Otherwise, I feel like I'm wasting my fucking time, because we could die the next second, or our physical bodies can, and I'm just like, I don't have much time here on this planet. Like, God, I've wasted so much time. Not wasted, but just I'm over it. I'm ready to do something else, focus on something else, you know? I don't care anymore. You know, there could be someone here who's like really not into the love thing anymore. Love thing as far as the way they used to do it before, or the way they see the majority of society doing it. It's just like, I'm not into relationships. I'm not into marriage. I'm into marrying. I'm not into marriage legally. I'm into, you know, maybe someone was really monogamous before, like only having one partner and that's it, and then someone's like, I'm kind of changing. I can see where people are polyamorous now. I can see where people have open relationships. Like, I get that. I'm not saying that's what it is, guys, but for some it could be. It's just like a total overhaul, like a total change. It could be as simple as a home. Like someone's like, I loved burlap. I loved that old rustic chic, shabby, you know, I liked these accents and this and that. And then they've gone to where they're like, fuck that shit. I feel more dark now. Like more artistic. There we go. That's been coming up a lot. And I've been tapping into that again. And that's where I came from, and then changed in the middle, and now I'm back again. It's just like, I don't want that. Maybe someone's doing away with all the like spiritual things. Maybe someone was really heavily hardcore into spirituality, and then they've gotten to a place where they're like, there is just something in all of it that I don't agree with, and that I can't even believe that I was so almost brainwashed myself that I'm like, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? Cool. You know, to the people who are like diehards, and maybe that's their path. Like, who am I to say any of it's wrong, because maybe that's their journey. I mean, we have to have differences here, people who are different. So maybe some that isn't. And I'm okay with saying I'm a quitter. I'm a motherfucking quitter. You know, someone here may have been really into like chips and eating like shit and blah, 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 blah. Me, you know, smoking, drinking, I was. And then you get to a place where you're like, ugh. Like, I want to fucking change. I want to change my diet. I want to change my health. I want to take care of myself. I'm going to start focusing more on my health than on fucking relationships. You know? Major, 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 major shifts. And I am fucking here for it. If this is you, 150% relate. In so many areas, with people, with love, with friends, with family, with career, for sure. Just I've had so many changes. Yeah, and I got the fuck out of there. You hear that? That car just went sound effects. Like I am. Yeah, look, I just marked it off. Yeah, we're gonna do away with this. We're just gonna cut this out. We're gonna cut it out. I'm not phased anymore. I'm the least bit interested. I'm not even kind of interested. You know what I mean? How will that affect other people? I'm not really sure. That's why I said this could be an extended to the first message I did. Because maybe those are the people who are, there is a particular person who's like, where'd you go? Why are you leaving? Or, hello, but I'm here. Like, you wouldn't be interested in me? Or you don't want to, you know, and it's like, no, it's not a personal thing. Unless you're okay with never getting married, or you're okay with me having my own mind and not being labeled as anything, or I don't want to be trapped, you know what I mean? I don't want to be in that. I no longer subscribe to those things. Some of you may find that you don't support an idea or a movement, a programming anymore, a way of thinking, the new age. There's something that someone here doesn't support anymore, doesn't believe in anymore, or just lost their interest in it, their passion for it. Doesn't mean that because I get different ones here. Some hate what they did or what they were interested in before, what they believed in, what they gave their time to. And, just all their investment went into this. Money, time, energy, all of it. And some don't hate it. They're not like almost leaving with like this, this is awful. Some are just like, it's just not for me. There's different ones. I'm not entertaining that anymore. I'm not interested in that. Or maybe even someone here admitting that they were wrong. I don't necessarily know if somebody was wrong. I feel like perhaps they were meant to experience what they did. But maybe for a minute someone goes through that where they feel like they were wrong in how their heart felt, or wrong in what they invested in. Their time, their energy, their money, their effort, I like this person. Whoever this is, I like this person. If it's you, I really like you. I fucking relate. I relate. It's just kind of like discovering a new way, or I'm doing something completely different now. I see something different. I see it all differently now. And this is where I'm headed. This is the path I'm going, you know. There could even be an individual who's been heavily grown up, like, this would be like if somebody had a very religious family. Very, 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 very religious. Now, it can also be the opposite, where someone didn't have one and then they become very religious. But it could be someone who had a very religious family. I'm not talking about believing in a higher power or creator. I do that. You know, you can do that. You can believe in those things and not have to be religious or spiritual or any of that, and follow ideas and certain things. Like, you wouldn't be able to Google it because it's your own. You know what I mean? But either way, let's say somebody here grew up in a very religious manner, and then they decide, I don't support this. Like, I don't even, no. So then, like, they upset their family, or they upset, or it's opposite. I think y'all get the idea. You know what I mean? If this is anyone in a relationship, if anyone was considering cheating, was having an affair, was losing feelings, they may decide that they are wrong and they are going to stay with who they're with, that they would never want to almost like break their family up because they were believing something that they're realizing now was wrong and was destroying their life. But then it could also be where someone here is going to realize that they're not happy, and that in staying with somebody just because they believe that it's love or something, has been brainwashed, has been a type of programming, if you will. For some, they'll realize this and then want to change that and just lose complete, you know. You know who this reminds me of? This message? Tila Tequila. And I believe she's a Scorpio, yeah? You guys know anything about Tila Tequila? She used to be like, Tila Tequila. She was like a TV personality. I mean, gorgeous, gorgeous woman. And let's see. What is Tila Tequila's zodiac sign? Scorpio.
Tila Tequila is born on October 24th, making her a Scorpio in the zodiac system.
Yeah. Anyway, now, if you don't know, Tila is like super religious now. Now, I don't even want to give her that label because maybe she doesn't identify as religious, but it just appears that way because she denounces how she was before and almost protests against it. Like, I hate what I did or whatever, this and that. And now she's like really gung-ho for Jesus and God. Nothing wrong with that. That is, in my opinion, everybody's gonna have their own fucking opinion. In my opinion, that's her truth right now. She may change later on, she may not. This may be where she stays. Either way, I'm here for people that come to this planet. Like, I'm here for it. And they are constantly shifting and changing. It's the ones who get comfortable and settle in and stay for just the remainder. One whole ass way. Believing one whole way only, you know, convinced. I'm talking fucking convinced. It's like just like a rock, like a stone, not unmovable, not moving. Maybe that's right for them, but that makes me a little uncomfortable, those people. Because it just feels like, whoa. I don't know, there's something in it. I really don't want to get into that because that also could be there. That doesn't mean they're wrong. Maybe they were meant to come here. You need balance here, so everybody's got to be a little different, you know what I'm saying? But I don't learn personally. I don't learn from people like that. I learn more from people who dabbled a little bit in this and tried this, and they took on this whole persona and this whole lifestyle, you know what I mean? And then over time they realize it just wasn't for them, or they go out guns blazing like, this is awful, don't do it. Like, I'm here for both. I love it. I appreciate those people. I'm like, you know, in fact, I can't say I wouldn't get tattooed again. In fact, I would just like to start over. I would like to erase all my tattoos, or erase, what am I, a piece of paper? I would like to, like, a paper doll, something to do with paper dolls. Dress up, something like that. I love paper dolls. I used to have them when I was younger. Anyway, I would just like to start over, you know what I mean? Because my body is a canvas and I just don't like half my tattoos. I feel like I was just drawing on myself when I was younger, just trying to like stand out and do the most, you know? Got staph from a lot of them. One guy I traded an iPad for a fucking tattoo. I mean, just fuck. And he had just got out of jail. Literally, his girlfriend was walking around and like all these random people were coming in and out at their apartment, by the way. I don't even know how. Oh, yeah. It was like I found them on Facebook or something and I got staph from it. Of course, the needles were, they took them. I watched them. He took them out of the things and he was a tattoo artist, but he wasn't practicing it legally. And I'm like, what the fuck am I thinking? That could have done so many things to me. Like, bitch. You know, what the fuck was I thinking? And oh, there's so many times. So like I love people like that. I love people who have a story, you know what I mean? Maybe it's just because I get bored easy. So I like to know, I like someone who has changed their outfits many times on this planet and their persona and their identity. I love that. I don't find people like that fake. I find people like that interesting. I find them to be art. I find them to be like a kaleidoscope. There's just so many facets, so many aspects to them, and it's constantly whirling and twirling and changing and shifting, and I love it. I love those people. The others, I just simply don't understand them. Again, it doesn't mean that they're wrong, but those who just kind of, you know, I don't know, stay married to the same people forever. It's just, I don't know. Unless, now some, I actually have known some, very few too, that I can think of off the top of my head. There's only two that I actually believe genuinely really loved each other. One of the couples, she's passed now, and it's not many where I'm like, they've been married forever, and I was like, wow, like you could feel it, you could see it. I was like, but again, that's why I said I don't want to knock people that do that, because some people, that is their story. Like they came here to do those things. But why does all of us aspire to be that and do that? That's not all of our fucking stories. We didn't all come here to stay married to the same person forever, to get married at all. We didn't all come here to have kids. We didn't all come here to go to college. We didn't all come here to blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Well, some of us are fucking trailblazers, and the only way that we know how to be trailblazers, some of us, is by dabbling in some things and realizing that, oh, this isn't what I should do, or it's just something I've lost interest in. You know what I mean? So I want to be understanding to those people that have had very one way, one path. Not that they haven't experienced things in that path that have changed and shifted. Maybe they've moved, maybe they've had different things happen, of course. But for the most part, it's been just the same. I don't want to knock those people. So let me just make sure I'm saying that, because again, that is their story. As far as me and whoever I'm picking up on here, this is not that person. This is somebody who came here to shift a lot. Now, there could be somebody here who's shifting a lot within a narrow path and trying to hold on to a narrow path when they probably came here to do this. You know what I'm saying? They're more of a winding road, and they're trying really hard to stay on the straight and narrow, whatever that means. And it's like, or maybe someone was always on a winding path and is needing to be on a straight and narrow. I don't know. I think you guys get what I'm saying. I'm probably just repeating myself now, but I love this message. In fact, out of all the messages I've done in this series, this one stands out to me the most. Although it doesn't seem like anything big, but to me it is, because I relate the most to this message. Oh, like, guys, you have no clue. Well, maybe you do. I relate the most to change. I relate the most to just people like this. What's up with this paper doll? And I'm drawing a bow. Like, this is like somehow shifting and turning into a bow. I don't know if it's like a bow and arrow or a bow. Actually, a bow. 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 It's like something's trying to come through right here at the tail end. Something to do with paper dolls and bows, and it doesn't have to be actual bow. I'm hearing Bobo. Isn't Bobo a clown? Oh, that's another thing. It don't matter what people think. So somebody may think you're a clown, or, I mean, you're going to get called everything. You know what I'm saying? Take a bow, bow. Take a bow. You, listen. Oh, well. Let them talk. Let them think what they want. Let's look up paper doll. Paper doll. They still make paper dolls? What is the paper doll based on? Oh, there's a show called Paper Doll. Really? Some do it cheerleading. Then you got other people who are like rooting you on, who are like, yeah, because I see something about cheerleading, who are like, go for it, do it. I would be the cheerleader for the paper doll here. If you're the paper doll, go for it. Do your damn thing. Okay, you got some hating and you got some cheering you on. That's me. I'm the cheerer oner. Okay. Where did paper dolls originate from? I'm just going to read a little bit more in the
According to Book Riot, historical paper arts. In Japan, early origami took the shape of figures in kimono. Paper art and doll making are historically linked in Japan.
Their exact date and place of origin are unknown. What is the purpose of a paper doll? Over the years, they have been used to reinforce cultural beliefs regarding the appearance of ideal women. Reinforce cultural beliefs. This is someone here who's like breaking the beliefs, though, of even other people. Have you ever, or if this isn't you, this is the person on your mind where you're thinking about this, but I'm going to say it's you watching this. Have you ever been told you don't, like, let's say you say fuck, shit, damn, and hell, or you cuss a lot. Have you ever been told by others, like, you don't look like you would talk like that? Or maybe you don't cuss. I don't know what you do, but you maybe you're very sweet and soft-spoken and this, but you, and maybe you're very religious, but then you dress like hardcore, like all black, and you know what I mean? Like you everything you wear is very aesthetic, like it's your own, you know what I mean? But then when you talk, people are like, or even what you believe in, how you live your life, people are like, what? You know, maybe they think that you know, you look like a smoker, you look like a drinker, or you look like, and you're like, nope, never done any of it. Like, was it profiled? You ever been profiled? You ever been typecast? You ever been judged? You ever been assumed on? I get somebody here who's being assumed on, like you look like you would have, you know what I'm saying, had several partners, or you look like you would be fucking every night, and you're like, nope, I'm actually celibate. All your piercings and tattoos, you look like you would be, you'd have a record, and it's like, nope. Or a very small one. Anyway, you know, changing other people's beliefs, challenging other people's beliefs and judgments, because, no, you're just different. I love that. I love you. Like, seriously, whoever you are watching this, some of you, you're a Leo. I keep hearing it. Or you got something to do with a Leo. But it's like, I love you, my God. Or this isn't you at all, but this may be somebody you know that is like this, or someone you know of that is fucking like this, and they don't give a shit. Somebody here don't give a damn, and I'm here for it. I love that. That is the best place to be, completely fucking unbothered, just like, cast your judgments on me. Roll them all up into a little dildo. Do whatever you gotta do. But it is not gonna fucking affect me, phase me in the least. I'm gonna continue doing what I'm doing. This is a headstrong person. This is someone who's like, I don't even need to defend myself. For what? What have you heard about me? Believe it. What? Really? You're not even going to try to clear it up? Why? Why would I try to clear it up? Or whatever you think about me, you're right. You're right. Yep. You're damn right. You think it affects me at all, what you believe other people have said about me? You think it affects me at all, what you think about me? This is how you feel? Or vice versa? No. I'm not going to answer for that. I know my truth. And I don't have to prove it to anyone. That's whoever I'm picking up on here. Is like, I don't have to prove it, you know? Especially if anyone here was die hard about something before and then they've completely changed. Others are like expecting and wanting and almost demanding that you explain yourself, and it's like, well, I guess you're just gonna have to be disappointed. I don't have to explain myself. So I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys for being here with me. This is a great message, and I'll talk to you later. You inspire me. Keep going.